afternoon. Oh, sorry, he's still eating. I will make sure he's off the camera. It's Saturday, and we just had a delicious homemade lunch here at the house. I got the dogs here. We got the gate closed. Maybe I'll also find some time to work on removing the hardware from all of the doors. The doors are also all removed here. Removing the hardware, like the doorknobs, the hinges. I keep following you and you keep walking away. He's still eating, so I don't think he wants to eat on camera. So yeah, I'm gonna be removing paint from some of the hardware that there's painted on. I'll just be cleaning them up, polishing them up. I probably don't need to spend as much time on this. We could just buy all new door hardware, but we have perfectly good working hardware. The doorknobs work. They look good. They kind of look vintage, and I think they can be freshened up. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on people that restore that kind of stuff and what products they use. So I'll show you that process when I get there. I'll try to take you guys along and remember to turn on the camera. I'm really excited about this. All right, and I love the paint guy at Lowe's. Put smiley faces on everything, and I think that's just the most wholesome thing ever. This is gonna be what I put on the tub to replace the submarine color. These two green colors. So this one has a little bit more of a spa color, kind of like a gray green. It's just a lighter tone. And then this is, I think, just a little bit more punchy and fun and vibrant. So very different greens. I'm gonna just paint the samples in the bathroom and see how they go. And then these two colors, you almost can't even tell the difference in the sun. Yeah. So I don't know which one is which here, but one of these is navy. And I'll let you guys know what the other one here is shortly. So, do you want to come show me how to paint? Or are you gonna leave me to my own devices?
I'll help you rotate the tub.
Oh yeah, I probably need that, huh? Let's go do that. Get started. We had to kind of quarantine the dogs for a moment so that we could do this without them meddling, but these are the claw feet for the tub. Pretty cool looking, right? And I just now noticed Scott got these all kind of sanded down for me. I just now noticed that there's actual talons on these things. Like, I never knew that was the design on it. Like, you just don't really pay attention to the little details. These are like, I thought they were chicken feet. But you think they're an eagle?
Do chickens have large talons?
What do you think? Does it look like eagle talons, chicken talons?
They're eagles.
They're eagles?
I think they're eagle.
Okay. Well, we're gonna paint them gold. So let's get to it. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna paint the backs of them. Just a rough coat of paint just to make sure that I get gold on the insides of them. Even though it's not the side that's showing, I just wanna make sure that from any angle, they're pretty much covered. And then I'm gonna let it just get tacky, and then I'll turn them over, and then we'll really do a nice polished coat on the outside. We're using Rust-Oleum, just metallic. It's called Vintage Gold. No particular reason other than it's called Vintage Gold, and we have a vintage house, so I figured it would probably be the best gold to match with all the other vintage fixtures that we're doing in this bathroom. Feet. I am here in the kitchen and I'm going to paint some samples onto some white boards. So I've got a couple of these, nothing special, just scraps of wood, and I have my two green colors and my two blue colors. So I got the names for you guys just so I would cover all my bases. So for the bright colorful green I have Cloverfield. So that's this guy right here, and he should be, I don't know why he's a guy, but he should be that color, okay? And I know it seems a little punchy, but I've seen a lot of pictures of Cloverfields in action in kitchens and bathrooms. I really like it. And then a little bit more of a muted offering here is Privilege Green. So here's the paint swatch, and here's the actual paint on the top of the can. So also a really pretty color, and honestly, if I don't end up using one of these in the master bathroom, which obviously I won't because I'm not going to use both, but whatever the other one is, I'm just going to use it to probably refinish a piece of furniture because I really like both of them. So, okay, I needed to wash my brush first. All right, let's start with Privilege Green. Pretty nice, I don't know, pretty solid, sort of almost sagey green color. All right, I'm gonna go get this off the brush. Up next, Cloverfields. Cheers. Check that out. Ah, it's so fun. So these are our green color choices. Now we have two dark blue colors. They're navies. Let's see if I can pick out which one's which. All right, we have Naval and Anchors Away. So obviously both like with the navy theme. I just need to figure out which one goes where. I better figure that out. So Naval, here's the swatch, and then here is the actual paint sample. So this or this, Anchors Away, swatch, and paint sample. Okay, so one of these two, most likely, hey babe, will end up being our lower cabinet color. So this is, they're very similar, but one is more like, has a punchier blue. Like it's more of a colorful blue, and then this one, Anchors Away, is a little bit more of a dusty, I say dusty, it's just a little bit blacker of a blue. Okay, we got Naval down, Anchors Away is next. Let's see what we got here. It's gonna be a hard decision to make. Very tough choice. I don't know. They both have a beautiful look to them. I'm actually leaning towards Naval right now at the moment. I'm leaning towards this just because this is a little bit more punchier of a blue than this one. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. So time to check back in on the claw feet. Turn them over and make them beautiful and shiny. So this is where we're at now with our inside of the claw feet. So that's all I'm going to do with them. I really don't care if they are perfect because they're not probably ever going to be. But now I'm going to turn them around and do the real work. Tub is looking pretty grand, I think. And this boy is looking at the samples. I want your take. What do you think?
That's a really tough call. I like them both. They're not dry, so we can't figure out that final glaze, but this one's got a little bit of a nicer blue, yeah.
The deeper blue. And it's funny because I thought Naval was the color that was deeper blue. But that's actually Anchors Away.
Anchors Away.
Maybe you should double check my work, because do they actually, Anchors Away seems to me a little bit more black blue, and Naval's a little bit more blue.
Yeah, that's probably more Naval, and this must be Anchors Away.
Well then, I am stumped.
Well,
can't keep track of the blue colors.
We gotta make another sample then, because we do have to know that.
If you read the, this says Naval on it. That says Naval on it. And then, does this one actually say Yep, this one says anchors away on it. So you can double check. Oh, anchors. Gosh, they're so similar.
We might have to do another sample.
Oh no, we lost track. But they're both beautiful. I think the lowers will look good no matter what we do with them.
Yeah. I like them. You're picking out some nice colors. This is gonna be, it's gonna be cool.
Fun time. So I finished taking all the hardware off the doors, which was actually a bit easier than I anticipated. Fortunately, everything just went pretty smoothly. There was only one door that was really painted over and had some, gunking up issues. But now I'm revisiting the kitchen drawers. So basically all the drawers were lined with wallpaper. When I first sanded the drawers, I sanded the fronts of them, and that was kind of it. Now I'm revisiting it, and just let me show you. There's some kind of tedious work. Some of the wallpapers, like the drawer liners, are coming right out. The other ones are just like, okay. As you can see in here, I'm almost done here, but I've actually had to, I keep calling it wallpaper, but this liner paper stuff, this one just did not want to come out at all, and I'm not exactly sure why. You have to be super careful, and so I've just been trying to get the ends and then just start pulling it up. It's pretty bad. I might just finish sanding like these little bits right here, but I want to get the bulk of it. There were other doors where the stuff came right out in one piece, so couldn't really tell you the rhyme or reason, but I'm gonna finish these. That guy over there is done. And this guy that I'm kind of using as a table, gotta finish him too.
This is what we're using instead of replacement drywall.
So what is this stuff called? You can see it's just this
Cardboard
thing.
thing.
So you're just putting this up in sheets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just trying to use the biggest pieces possible to minimize the seams.
That's smart.
Cutting out a window, but one side of the board is 1 inch shorter than the other, thanks to our roof.
Oh, so you're really, yeah. So if they were perfectly square, then you bring it in the room.
Only over a 6.5 foot span, and we lose an inch. That's
just the shape of an old house for you.
shape of an old house for you.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job. I'm glad that you've just been busting away at it today. I'm excited to do the mudding and the caulking.
I am too.
Are you? Or are you just saying that?
I am very excited to do the mudding and the caulking.
Okay.
I like it.